welcome back to my channel. Yes, my apologies, I'm like 7 minutes late. Oh well, it is what it is. Now, I do just... Oh, I turned off my mic accident. I do just want to quickly check something here before we continue. Okay, no. I was just checking quickly if my microphone maybe had a problem. But I think it's the noise gate, honestly. Yeah, because my microphone sounds a bit choppy sometimes. I think it's the noise gate. I don't know. I'll try to figure this out later. Anyhow. Let's just start with all the stuff, because Jesus Christ, there is a lot of news to get through. Big up to him, how are you? Hello. Today is Club Brugge, yes. And Jose Mourinho against Robin van Persie. That's Feyenoord, Anyhow, this is Man City though. It's Pep Guardiola. And it looks like my old club is moving like an old club again. Man City are monitoring the situation, guys. Get the gunner in here. Gianluigi Donnarumma. I think that's how you pronounce his first name. So Donnarumma, basically. In case Ederson leaves the club in the summer. Negotiations are ongoing with the goalkeeper's side, and personal terms will not be an issue, as the player is keen on a move. This last part is important. The player is keen on a move. It's not that PSG wants him gone, because I know some people make the argument, oh, PSG is getting a new goalkeeper because they want someone who can pass the ball or some nonsense like that. But that's not the thing. It's Donnarumma who wants to move, not PSG. So, at first when I read this, I thought this is a bit of nonsense. Like Fabrice Hawkins, who is this guy? Never heard of him. Let me follow him. There you go. Apparently a trustworthy news source, considering that so many accounts follow him. And that City Extra is using him. Anyhow. At first, when I saw this, I thought, yeah, bullshit. But then I saw this. That's Fabrizio Romano out there, quote tweeting that with a bomba. So, Donnarumma, people have been telling me, oh, distribution, you need a goalkeeper who can pass the ball. Yet Man City is interested in a shot stopper, just like... Excuse me, I can hear my brother in the other room and it's fucking distracting. I'll close the door. There you go. That was very distracting. I couldn't hear myself think with him talking. Right, as I was saying, with Donnarumma... what was I saying actually? Anyhow, forget that, my brother distracted me. So... This is a good shot stopper. I would love Donnarumma. Do I think it will happen? Not really. Not really. And I would fucking love Donnarumma. Yes, I am. Edozie has chosen for Club Brugge. There you go. He wants to be a champion. Yeah, maybe. We might. But here's the thing, right? All these journalists were telling us we're done, we're not buying anyone else. And now suddenly there's a bunch of news about players that we would be potentially buying. So what is it? Are we done? Are we not buying anyone else? Or are we going to get Donnarumma and a right back and Rodrygo? What is it? Like, you know, we were told that there will be no more signings. And now there's suddenly a bunch of signings being talked about. That's a bit, I don't know what's going on right now in this club, but, big up, by the way, to Rosa, massive elf, stinker and hooked. Yeah, I am a bit late, my apologies. Massive stinker and hooked indeed. Anyhow, on to the news I actually wanted to talk about. Donnarumma, if it happens, it happens. I don't think it will happen, to be honest. It seems a bit out of nowhere suddenly. But if it happens, it happens, and I'll be very happy. That's a goalkeeper who can stop shots. Hey, sometimes that's as simple as it needs to be, a goalkeeper who can stop shots. And he's pretty young too. Donnarumma is 26. Goalkeepers can go into their late 30s, so that's very young for a goalkeeper. Anyhow, news I actually wanted to talk about before that Fabrizio Bomba. Nottingham Forest are optimistic to get James McAtee deal sealed in the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, this was this was yesterday, so we're talking 30 hours ago here. Has there been any new stuff about McAtee? Let me just see, because this is 30 hours ago, so anything new? Let's see. No. Did I say 30? I can't fucking do math, bro. I thought it was August 10th. No, it's... Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, you get the point. You get the point. Listen, McAtee, I've talked about this to death. Just sell him. He's not that good. Like, blatantly, he's not that good. He's had a few chances, not a lot. He should have had more chances, in my opinion. But from the few chances he got, I mean, very good player is he. I mean, even if you look at him in the under 21 Euros, which I did watch, was he good? Yes, but it's not like he was moving the needle. It's not like he was the defining quality of England. And when you're playing at an under 21s level, I kind of expect that for someone who should be a Man City player. He's not Man City quality. So there's a lot of people reluctant about selling McAtee. I don't understand that. He's not that good. Like, yes, he should have played more, but not that good. It's that simple. And people, I think this is why, yeah, people have trauma from Cole Palmer. Because Cole Palmer went to Chelsea, played a few good games, and now he's hyped up to the moon. But he's accomplished nothing at Chelsea. He's won a Conference League. Great. At Man City, you'll never even be in the Conference League. So, again. And he's won the Club World Cup, which we threw away in abysmal fashion. Sure. Fair. You won the Club World Cup. But he's not done anything at Chelsea other than that. And I don't know how much weight I want to put on it. I didn't watch the final because I didn't care. I mean, if you don't believe me, go back to my channel before the Club World Cup. I didn't watch it. I didn't care. So I don't know how much weight to put on that. But other than that, this is a player who's ghosting 3 months at a time. And Man City fans have deluded themselves into thinking that this player, who will go entire months doing nothing for Chelsea, who did not even win Player of the Season at Chelsea, that was Caicedo, that this player, by the way, there's attacking bias and he still didn't win it. This player is supposed to be something Man City feels sorry for that we lost him. I am not sorry that we lost Cole Palmer. I would not play Cole Palmer ahead of Sherky. I would not play Cole Palmer ahead of Foden. I would not play Cole Palmer ahead of Marmoush or any of these players. I don't care that we lost him. McAtee is miles worse than Palmer. Respectfully, he's a good player, but he's well below that Palmer level, and Palmer is below, just barely, that Man City level. So when you add this up, all the people saying, yeah, I don't want to sell him. Listen, it's just PTSD from a player who's not good enough. Cole Palmer wasn't good enough, he still isn't. This Cole Palmer does not get into a Man City starting 11, so he's still not good enough. And McAtee, it's even worse than that, but that's what we have PTSD over now. Get rid. I respect that he tried as hard as he did to get into the first team, but he's just not good enough. That's the unfortunate truth for McAtee. Anyhow, this is the main news, isn't it? This is the main news. Before I even talk about it, let me see if there's any new updates that I didn't see. Grealish. Sources are adamant they do not want to lose Savio. Not wanting to lose him is not the same as being against selling him, isn't it? It's very... Oh, I'll talk about it in a second. Yeah, no news about this case. So, let's just talk about it. There's nothing new here that I've missed. So Tottenham have open talks with Man City over the deal for Savinho, with negotiations now ongoing. The Brazilian is open to the move, if the two clubs can reach on a fee. So I can't remember who it was. I was watching a stream and I can't remember who it was. But someone on that stream said that apparently Savinho, his family, went to Spurs. Spurs talked with them. Then went to Savinho. And Savinho is open to move, but he doesn't really care. So he doesn't care to stay or to leave. It's pretty much where he's at. I have no way of verifying this or knowing how true it is. But I reckon that's about the feeling right now. Because I look at how Savinho plays. He's still playing with a smile for the Man City. He's still going to games with us, or to training with a smile. Watch Inside City, by the way. If you want to see more about Man City, watch Inside City. So, let me just show you guys, yeah? Jesus Christ. Big up to Liam. He's getting in very good views. If you want to see, hey, that's my own stream. If you want to see more on Man City training, go watch this. Oh my god, shoot. Guys, there you go. There you go. Watch these. I haven't watched them because this is my YouTube channel. I have another channel on which I actually watch YouTube. But watch these, yeah, if you want to see how a player is feeling. You'll see everything on that. You will see everything. He's still going to training with a smile. So, if he wanted to leave, I don't think he'd be coming with a smile on training. I think it's more like he's fine with leaving and he's fine with staying. With that said, I don't mind if he leaves. Now, I don't want him to leave, but I don't mind him leaving either. Like, he needs to come good next season. If he doesn't come good next season, he has to go. Doku, it was the same with Doku. I think Doku has to go. I don't think he's come good yet, and I think my patience is running out with Doku. Sure, I can give Savio 1 more year. Got to come good. And right now, he isn't. So, if he leaves, I really don't mind, to be honest. I really don't mind. Right then. So, this. Echeverri. I'm really tired of this Echeverri. Claudio Echeverri does not want to join Girona. Wants to play European football. He knows his level. And has chosen AS Roma. Echeverri has chosen, I want this, I want this. We're now trying to find an agreement with Man City over the straight loan. Which means no option to buy or any of that nonsense. So in other words, he's decided, I know my worth is better than being rotting on the bench for Man City, rotting in a relegation team at Girona. He's decided, my worth is bigger than what Man City is offering me. Which means, you loan this kid out now, he plays really good for Roma, he comes back to Man City, and he doesn't start because you've got Foden, Sherky, Marmoush, Bob, all of these players ahead of him. He's gonna say, I want to leave. It's that simple. This is what happens when you have a kid who should be playing at the end of a season, and you just keep spamming out Bernardo Silva and Gundogan. I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens. He's gonna want to leave. He's gonna want to leave when you don't respect him as a player. He wants to leave. Shocking, right? Shocking. So, I mean, I would want to leave if I was him. I think Echeverri is going to go to Roma now. Man City is gonna try to get Echeverri what he wants, try to appease him. But when he comes back from loan, he better get some respect, or else he'll just ask to leave. If he's on the bench when he comes back from a loan, or he's loaned out again, he'll put in that transfer request. So yeah, this stuff is fake, by the way. I opened this, I was talking about Savio earlier. Let's talk about this again. So, this is fake. Savio Oh, sorry, Tottenham bid for Savio. I was gonna say Savio bid for Tottenham. That's not how that works, is it? Tottenham bid for Savio, and Man City rejected the bid. But that doesn't mean that it's done. Tottenham can just make a new bid. Tottenham is negotiating right now. That's how it begins, right? You make a bid, club sees, they can accept or reject. If they reject, you go negotiate. Why did you reject the bid? What was it lacking? What do you want? So, it's not closed. It's not done. This is fake news. It's been debunked. And, I mean, here is from Mail Sport, a very good source on English transfers is a good source. When you leave the Premier League, it tends to be less good. But expected to take 60 million. Which means there is a chance for Savio to leave. Which means it's not a done deal. It's not closed. It's not finito. So yeah, Savio is not done. Let's read chat first before I continue here. Sunderland's got another player. Jesus Christ. Sunderland, bro. On Thursday, I will be doing Premier League predictions. Sunderland will finish 14th. Remember that. Sunderland will finish 14th. I'm telling you now. They have Sadiki, Xhaka in that midfield. That midfield is going to bully the Premier League. Sadiki and Xhaka, bro, I would take that. Not at Man City, at Club Brugge. The live stream of Club Brugge, yes, it is. I'm gonna set it up later. Bomba FC, Fabrizio Romano. Yeah. We are free of Jack Grealish. We'll get there in a minute. We're not free of him though, we're paying him wages. Lineup is out for Club Brugge. Yes, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just pin this comment by the way, by Rosa. Yes, do be subscribing. That helps out a ton. Done deal Corny de Winter to AC Milan. I don't even know who that is. MCATEE is overrated. Absolutely, bro. He's so overrated. People are acting like he's people are acting like he's Cole Palmer quality. It's not Cole Palmer, bro. He's nowhere near. Absolutely buzzing. What a mad 48 hours. Not sure what you're buzzing about, really. I mean, Donnarumma links are meaningless. Jack Grealish is poor business. Savio leaving, I don't really care. We'll get to Rodrygo. In fact, we're right here on Rodrygo now. I mean, I don't care about Rodrygo that much. But, like, listen. The reason I bring this up, yeah, is because Man City is apparently interested in Rodrygo. You can read this yourself. Man City is apparently interested in him. And he's not being considered by Xabi Alonso. Which makes sense, by the way. They've got too many wingers there. But think about this, right? Think about this. Why is Xabi Alonso forcing out Rodrygo? They have a world-class left winger in Mbappé. A world-class left winger in Vinicius Jr. And a world-class left winger in Rodrygo. He's a left winger. Remember that. Rodrygo is a left winger, not a right winger. Wants to play on the left wing. Why is he being forced out? Because Mbappé will play on the left, Vini will play on the right, and there's no more space for him. Because Mbappé as striker is a failed experiment. Okay, now Rodrygo, you can just sit him on the bench, right? No. He's way too big wages for the bench. He's way too big of a personality for the bench. And he's too much quality for the bench. Kick up, try, bite you, he'll do all of that. So you can't keep him on the bench. That is why Real Madrid wants to sell him. Now you turn around, Man City, over here doing a rebuild. Trying to get a rebuild done in 2 windows. When the Unks retire, you get the rebuild completely finished. So this window and then the next summer, it should be done. Completely done to rebuild. You bring in Rodrygo now, someone will be benched. I don't care if it's Marmoush or Rodrygo. Whoever is the less good will be benched. And whoever is benched is very big wages on the bench and immediately more squad building to do next summer. We don't need to add short-term solutions to this squad. Rodrygo is gonna work for 1 season. And then either Rodrygo or Marmoush will have to go. And listen, I don't care if Marmoush gets forced out. Rodrygo comes in, takes Marmoush's chain. Listen, I don't care. Tough luck, Marmoush, off you go. But we don't need more work. We don't need short-term solutions when our short-term solutions for the past 2 or 3 years is what has put us in this situation where we barely got Champions League football, where we didn't win any trophies, where we are trying now to rebuild. Short-term solutions won't cut it. I would rather have Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen, much worse player, of course. Much worse. It's nowhere near Rodrygo's quality. But you know what Jared Bowen is? A player who's in his prime, that age, experience, Premier League proven, homegrown, by the way, if you care about that. It doesn't really matter, we're fine now for homegrown. But if you care, homegrown, goal scorer, is happy on the bench, playing right, left, top 10. Well, whereas Rodrygo is kicking off first about where he's playing, Jared Bowen, put him left, right, everywhere you want, he'll be happy. So that's why I would prefer Jared Bowen. Now, Jared Bowen won't happen, I know, but if we're selling Savio and bringing in Rodrygo, I'm not sure if that's great. I'm really not sure if that's great. I think that's just a short-term solution. Maybe it will work for a season, but that's where it will end. Because now you've got more business to do. So, I'm not big on Rodrygo. I'm really not. So many people are mad about him, like he's some unreal 20-goal-a-season winger. I mean, the most goals Rodrygo has ever gotten, I believe, is 12. Savio has more than that. Savio has like a season where he got like 19 goals all competitions, doesn't he? Like for Giron. So, no. I mean, it's all of news, but it doesn't really say as much, to be honest. I want to be the manager of Man City. I'm gonna respect Claudio Echeverri. There you go. Get Wim in. Get Wim in. He's gonna show respect to Echeverri. Sunderland got yeah, they got Talby mid-July. We're now mid-August. A bit late. They got Talby quite a while ago, indeed. Carlos Forbes is starting. I hope he's not starting. Sub is back from injury. There you go. We'll talk about Isaac in a second. Rodrygo is not oh, sorry. I already talked about this. Right then. Jack Grealish. Terrible business, really. Why are we loaning this guy out, paying more money for him? I mean, I know why. It's a rhetorical question. The reason why is because someone in this club lacks the fucking balls to sell a player, doesn't know when to move on a player, and lacks the balls to say, you're not gonna play, so better move on. Grealish is always going to be difficult to sell because of how it is, and he wanted to stay in the Northwest, and the only other club in the Northwest is Everton. So it was always going to be difficult, yeah, but this is annoying. It really is. We've bought this guy for 100 million, and now we're stuck with him. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed with this stuff with Jack Grealish. But you know what? I can be negative, right? I can be very negative. We all know this. But let me be positive, yeah? Let me be positive. At least we don't have Jack Grealish on our books anymore. And it's not the perfect solution, but at least we don't have to worry about him anymore the next season. Because his contract expires, I believe, in January, or is it June? Correct me on that. So I can be positive, but I don't like this. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but I just don't like that it's a loan. I would much rather he been sold. Did I see someone won a treble? He won you a treble. No, didn't. Haaland, Rodri, De Bruyne, Silva, Diaz, Stones, Ake. They were all bigger parts in that treble. Sure, he was a good player in that treble season. But was he the pivotal player? Was he the reason we won the treble? I don't think so. But 100 million, being a good player in a treble season, that's not enough. For 100 million, it's not enough. Gustav Nielsen is on the bench. Yay. If that guy starts, bro, I'm gonna cry. Crazy 48 hours, bro. All the news is suddenly coming out again. I thought we were done, but now there's a bunch of news again. Maybe Pep saw something in the frenzy that he didn't like, I don't know. Grealish had said. What? Grealish had said. Grealish had said, good luck to my brothers. Upcoming season, wish you all the best. Hey, big up to Jack, though. He was instrumental in the 10 games Pep picked him. I mean, you must be trolling now, right? Because I think he played almost every game. Consistently, he delivered. I don't know if you're trolling or not. You ready for Prem at weekend? We will be there, guys. Oh, it's over there. I can't reach it, but we will be there. We've already had a taste of it, bro. We've already had a taste of it. We've had the priest suit for the Community Shield game. Why is YouTube so slow? My god, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. We've already had that lovely taste of this priest suit with the Community Shield. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back in this suit. We will be there, bro. Because, you know what, yeah? Anderlecht lost. Liverpool lost. All while I was wearing that priest suit. Bro, I had the most diabolical of hate watches. It was lovely. It was lovely, bro. Would you rather have Pogba? What? Pogba as a winger? No. Would you rather have a left hand or a card? We finally getting an intelligent Rodrygo in our team, unlike Doku and Savio. I don't think Savio is dumb. I think Doku is dumb. I think he's very good with the ball, but I think he's dumb. No offense to him. I don't think Savio is dumb. I think he just can't finish. And I'm sorry, yeah, tactics is not the reason why he can't finish. Because I see some people say that. Like it's a tactical setup and blah blah blah. Because Savio, the amount of times it's one-on-one or stuff like that and he misses, it's just not good enough. I don't care that he shoots the ball from outside of the box and misses. Nobody cares about that. What I care about is, in the box, he shoots, he misses. I don't like that. I really don't like that. He just can't score. And that's shown in the fact that he had only one league goal. Okay, bad Man City team, sure. I'm pretty sure Doku had more. I don't rate Doku either. Belgium, nobody cares. Yeah, Doku had more. And I'm pretty sure he played less minutes. And the season before that, Doku had more. And this is a player who's not good enough. And Doku has more issues, sure, but when you're an attacking player, you need to contribute to goals. I think it's that simple. If you look at Ryan Giggs, his best seasons is when he scored like 10, 11 goals. Sure, and he's a midfielder, by the way, right midfielder, left midfielder, was different era. But I'll look at Savio, he's not contributing goals. Yes, he's bringing assists, but I expect my winger to get assists and still score goals. I expect Sherky to get 10 assists and 5 goals. I expect Savio to do that if he's starting every game. Now, if he's on the bench, sure. He's not going to be happy on the bench. And if you're off the bench scoring 3 goals, you're a very good player. Off the bench getting no goals, listen. It's not an agenda. I hate when people say you've got an agenda. I think that's what 5-year-olds tell each other. And they don't like different opinions. But he needs to improve. He really does have to improve for me. As far as Rodrygo, I mean, I talked about him earlier. Big up to Bevo. Hello, how are you? Pogba stinks, the laziest player. Why are we even talking about Pogba? Mob brought on Pogba and now we're talking about him for some reason. We will cook wolves. I hope so. I hope so. We just need Vanderson as a right back. I would rather have Vanderson than Rodrygo. With the state of the squads. Now, if Savio leaves, you need a winger, but I'd rather have Vanderson than Rodrygo. I'd rather have a right back than a winger. Just saying, Grealish did the business. And I mean, we got no links to right backs, by the way. Absolutely none. Yeah. For 6 months, he did the business. 6 months do not justify... How much? £100 million price tag? 6 months don't justify that. Listen, I like Jack, but he's not been good enough. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, it's not been good enough. Sabadin officially to PSG. There you go. PSG, did PSG really need another player? I mean, I guess after that treble, you want to get new blades and move some on. Savio shoots into fucking space. Yeah, I mean, looking at that friendly, yeah. Before the friendly, I said I don't care about the result. I only want to see the style of play. Go back to that watch along of me in that friendly. There's only one moment where I got upset. That was when Savio missed that one-on-one. Incredible miss again. And it's just that he keeps missing. Like, there's no tactics behind that or anything. That just, he keeps missing. I don't know what you can say about that. It's just one-on-one, miss. One-on-one, miss. One-on-one, miss. Now, sure, maybe older players will miss chances. But they scored their other chances. Again, look at Cherki. He gets 8 goals in a league season. Savio got 1. Next season, get that output up. I don't care about your excuses. Or at least stop missing. Because here's the thing, right? If Savio scored only 1 goal, but he had only 5 shots in a season, nobody would care, right? Because, like, okay, you're creating chances, you're doing the work to get the ball to spaces. That's not the case. Savio is taking 20, 30 shots maybe. Let's see how many shots he did take last season. I'll quickly find that statistic. But he is taking shots and he's missing them. That has to improve. And that's why I won't care if he leaves. I don't want him to leave. I don't particularly care if he does either. Let's see. Can I see how many shots he had? Not here. Maybe an XG. It tells you how many shots. XG per shot. What? Oh, sorry. This is Club.Cup. Yes. Premier League. 55 shots. Jesus Christ. 55 shots, you know. How many did Lamine Yamal have? Lamine Yamal. I mean, maybe I should not compare Savio to Yamal. Maybe that's a bad comparison. But just out of curiosity. 144 shots. Yeah. And he got 9 goals. So Yamal got about double the shots. And a bit more than double the shots. About triple the shots. 3 times the shots. And 9 times the goal. And Yamal is a bad finisher. Because he's young. Young players are naturally bad at finishing. That's the science of being a young footballer. Savio is older than Yamal. And a way worse finisher. With way more... I mean, he's a 3 times worse finisher. He's 3 times worse and already a bad finisher. Like, I'm sorry, that has to improve. It really does. What do you think about Doku YouTube channel? I mean, do what you want. I've got a YouTube channel. Who cares? I've got, like, what, 1k subscribers? Get me to 2k. Like and subscribe. So what happens to Trafford now that Donnarumma might potentially come? Whoever's best stays. Trafford fight for your place. Donnarumma fight for your place. One of you will be the guy. The other one, out the door. And a backup goalkeeper is very easy to find. I mean, look at Bettinelli. There's so many goalkeepers who are just holding bench. A backup goalkeeper doesn't have to be world class because they're barely gonna play. So, make them fight each other. Let's see who's best. Well, not literally fight each other, but make them compete with each other, see who's best, and from there you go. We're moving like a serious club again. Give Viana a statue. Bro, Viana needs a statue right at like the entrance of like the Etihad. You know where the company statue is, but like instead of like companies, like have it right at the entrance. Like, you know what I mean? Right at the door, right in front of it. A small statue right at the door. Next season, Savio and Doku still won't score the goals. Rodrygo is the solution now. Like, I hear that. I agree with that, even. If not, the Doku should be gone already, by the way. In my books, he should already be gone. But if neither of them is improving their outputs, and to be fair, Doku as a bench player does have a few goals, which, if as a bench player you scored 3 goals, that's better than scoring like 1 goal as a starting player, which was Savio last season. But yeah, you'll get more goals when you add Rodrygo, sure. I just don't think it's a good solution, because now you'll have either Marmoush or Rodrygo leaving at the end of the season. When Kovacic, Gundogan, Silva, Akanji, Ake, all these players who maybe we don't rate, but all of them will leave because their contracts are expiring. And when all of them leave at the end of the season, don't want to add another player there who's also going to leave at the end of the season. I think we just need to look at the long-term future. This season, we've waited too long. We should have gotten a right back, we didn't. We should have moved on players, we didn't. We waited a bit too long, and now we're in a situation where we need to minimize the amount of work we need to do next summer. Getting Rodrygo invites a lot more work next summer, and I don't think he wins as a title either, because our blaring problem is still a right back. Piano woke up from his holiday and started cooking. Anyhow, right, Trafford. He still exists as well. So James Trafford, on his future at Man City, I guess. Now, you know what the thing is I like about Trafford? That this is what I want to see in a player. They've got chest. If you have chest to say, I will be Man City's number 1. If you have chest to take the number 1 shirt when you first arrive at Man City. If you have the chest to say, I will be England's number 1. I like that. It's self-confidence. Because you see some, like, confidence players, right? Like, that's what they call it. Like, I'll see people, big up to Sava, by the way, but I went to Sava's because I like Sava's channel, and he was talking about Savio as a confidence player. You mean he's shit? Like, that's not what I think, but when someone says a confidence player, you're telling me he's shit and has purple patches. That's what a confidence player is. What I like about Trafford is he has confidence. He doesn't need to feign it. He doesn't need to gaslight himself into having confidence. He has confidence. I love that about him. Every time he talks, he picks himself up. And I'm sure most of you will agree. I would rather have Ibrahimovic in my dressing room rather than Højlund. Højlund sitting there, playing with his boot or whatever, making himself small. Ibrahimovic sitting there. You know he's the deal. He's got confidence. He radiates his confidence around. I'm the best. You help me play good, I'm gonna help you play good. You help me play good, we're gonna win. And now you got confidence. When you've got Højlund there, just crawling into himself, that gives you no confidence as a teammate. Someone who's making himself big, putting the focus on him, saying, I can do it, that gives you confidence as a teammate, as a team in the dressing room, and him as a person. I rate that. I think that's underrated quality. And that's just something I have personally from playing football back in the day. Not professionally, of course. You know what's funny? I said I think this must have been last week. I was talking with someone, not on Twitter, it was in Discord. And honestly, I shouldn't talk football on Discord. I said, I used to play football and the dressing room, yada yada, and he was like, also you were a pro. And I'm like, come on, man. People equate playing football as an amateur to being a professional. Like, if you've played football as an amateur, it doesn't count. You need to be a professional, or you don't know how dressing rooms work. That's so funny to me. It just cracked me. I mean, at the moment I was like, this is so stupid, but think about it back now, that was so funny. Anyhow, he picks himself up, which I rate. I really do rate that. Let's see what you're good at. Because, I mean, that friendly, we didn't see anything of him. He was just standing there. Right, a last bit of news. Wrexham are interested in Man City's Callum Doyle. According to, not sure who this is. Football League World. I got a few accounts following them, but not sure if I care, if I'm being honest. Callum Doyle, yeah, how old is he now? He has ought to be 21 or something. 21, okay. There you go, I know ball. I don't really care about him. I mean, some people thought he was gonna come in and be the next big thing for Man City, but it doesn't seem like it. Where has he played last? It says here Norwich. Let's see. Where have you gone? Norwich, Leicester, right? So. Yeah, I don't really care. No offense to him, I don't really care. Go on, have a good one. That's why I saved this for last, because it's very uninteresting. Have a good career. Big up to him. And with that, we've talked about everything. So, Vianne is cooking. Thank you, Vianne. You have given us life again. Oh, before we close off, actually, bring Rodrygo and Donnarumma to the club right now. Donnarumma, absolutely. Rodrygo, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna talk more about this tomorrow with Calx. I'm doing a stream tomorrow with Calx, 8 PM UK time. I don't really want Rodrygo. Not because he's a bad player, but because I don't think he improves us. Donnarumma improves us. A right back improves us. Even if it's Matty Cash. Even if it's Wan-Bissaka. That's not a good player, but they improve us, right? Rodrygo, I don't feel like he improves us, and now you're just creating more new work for the next summer. Get out! You know what? I will get out. I mean, I'm fine with this, I don't mind, but I don't particularly want that. I will just get Bowen, honestly, at that point. Get out! I will get out now. There you go. Bevel is bullying me to stop. You see this behavior from Bevel? That FIFA game is almost out, yeah. EAFC is almost out. When I beat him, it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to leave it there. Rodrygo ain't getting game time at Real Madrid. But who are you benching for Rodrygo, though? I'd rather just play Marmoush, to be honest, than Rodrygo. I mean, if you'd rather play Rodrygo than Marmoush, fair, I'm not gonna argue that. But I personally would just rather play Marmoush, to be honest. So I get that, but I don't really want him that badly. Anyhow, it is happening. You are losing. Alfred. There you go. Tausiv is bigging me up. There you go. There you go. Alfred. And we'll see you guys on the next one.